Hello, and welcome back to Space Haven. We are, I don't know, maybe pushing towards finale today. It might be one or two more. We're hanging out with the Android Collective at the moment, who has helped us fight a whole ton of pirates in the last episode. And we've finally got the hull blocks to finish the battle cruiser. The final designs are set up. They are building out. So we got to go back. We got to loot some fleets that we blew up last time as we build out the rest of this. And then basically finish our build as we head towards the finale. So we're going to keep making friends with these androids in the meantime. They're at neutral. I'm kind of wondering about just giving them a gift. Like, what if I said small gift? Credits and quadratics. Quantronics. I actually don't know what quantronics are even used for, other than trading. I know they're you get them from scrapping androids. Did that work? No. The whole reason I did that was to get the relationship from 18 to 20. Because I wanted to see what being friendly would do. Oh, I guess I probably have to actually give them the gift, though. That makes sense. Give it a second. Waiting for a free airlock. Yeah, it's funny. The computer uses all these tiny little shield generators. And honestly, there's a part of me that thinks that's maybe the way to go. Because the big shield generators are nice, but they do use a lot of energy rods. Relationship neutral. Waiting for free airlock. We'll get there. We're also just mining out the last of the couple of things in this system as well. But it's perfect. Lots of little jobs for us to do. It's been ever so handy. When are you going to turn your ship into a giant square to just have the max room? Never. I'll do no such thing. Yay! The Android Collective is accepting of us. Which allows us to maybe hire and dismiss crew. Seems to be the vibe. Jareth Friendkiller is having a mental breakdown, and 3 pirate ships are jumping into the sector. Things just got a little bit interesting. I just built a wall there. Whoops. No, I didn't. That's right. Android Collective. Can we have some more scrap? Sure. Dude, I love just farming friendship with the androids. That's very fun. I gotta make sure everybody is in battle stations. Jimmifer, mental breakdown. I think that's because he was starving to death. Realistically, we should also prep for emergency jump. No, I was gonna say that looked like only 2 ships entered the sector, but nope, it's all 3. So we did manage to blow up one of the energy systems here. One of the energy rockets, energy turrets, words. Obviously, there's a lot of other things here that go boom, boom, a boom, boom. You have double PDCs and double auto cannons. I don't know who they're going to fire on. And it seems like despite my best efforts to put people on battle stations, they failed to do so right away. They are hitting the androids a lot, which is good. We've almost got his rocket turret down. Rocket turret is down. So these guys are targeting me, which I gotta tell you, I don't appreciate. But our shields are doing pretty well. That ship is almost out. I tell you what, man, I'm going to decharge the engine. No ceasefire. Never give up. Never surrender. That's down. Their ship is almost just buckled, so... Fire rockets at them. Fire turrets at that. They're about to lose their hull. Ship destroyed. I think that blows up their engines when that happens. Yeah, it sure do. It sure do. We're still at like half shields right now. This is really nice. We got a couple of rockets firing at this guy, knocking out the last of their weapons. Boom. Go for their engines next. Honestly, part of me is like, I could just go for this, I could just go for that, and it would knock their entire ship offline. Would it not? Oh! Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. They're boarding my ship. I like how this guy has the remote control, but he's like, oh, I don't have anything to actually use this. Oh man, Selden, you are in big trouble there. I mean, my combat robots are also going to lock up right away here. Dick, we're going to move you over. I guess you and you can go here and here. Jimifer is on his way over. Jarrett's up here, but he refuses to work. Carry on. You don't really have a gun. You don't really have a gun. Turg is way up here. Noroth is on shields. Oh yeah, man, we lost. I forgot that we lost most of our boarding crew. Erligan, I'm gonna say probably don't want to go in there, buddy. How are we doing for blowing up these ships? You are on that. You guys actually really aren't handling that so well, so I'm gonna refocus you. And we'll keep going in. Did you rename your ship the Bird of Prey, Mr. Klingon? It's I'm basing it on a StarCraft 2 battlecruiser. That's the vibe we've got going on. You have a face for it, being a monkey's uncle? Oh, yada. All right, let's keep that door open. Jimifer, you're just gonna wait for Dick. Selden has been killed. They just gunned him down. I don't love that. Damn. Good job, Jennifer. You didn't shoot, and you instantly surrendered. Jack? What kind of weapon do you have? You don't have a weapon at all? At all? You have weapon skill 3. You could be using a stun rifle with a basic scope. And then, like, probably a bulletproof vest. And, I don't know, I guess a regular pistol as well. I feel like if you have a stun rifle, you should have a pistol. Yeah, and if you have a stun pistol, you should have an oxygen chute extender. That's correct. This door is broken. How did this door break? I'm a little confused as to that. Furthermore, I'm a little confused as to how this ship is still alive. Rockets on the engine. That on the auto turrets. That on the other auto turret. Ah, they're boarding their ship. Or at least they're trying to. Come on, man. You got that shotgun. Plasma shotgun. Where are their guys? That says 0 out of 4. 3 people. Other people were on this ship a second ago. Where'd they all go? All right, now that ship's getting buckled. Ship destroyed. So let's clear all our targets. Oh my god, they went out the airlock. And they're flying around in open space is where they went. I gotta give it to him. That's a pretty badass choice. There was still one more guy out there. Part of me is wondering, like, well, if I send out a starfighter right now, could it fight? Would it fight guys outside my ship? Technically, all I can do is still execute because I don't know where that other guy is. And I guess the answer is right there. There we go. My combat robot showed up. So now you can only execute. Okay. If you insist. Crew combat, where? You keep saying crew combat, but I don't think that's true. I guess this Sandra character is out here. We can capture them because they're unconscious. Oh. We're unconscious. I'm unconscious again. We'll gut your ship and leave you floating in the void. So I guess perhaps you can just pick her up and bring her to the med bay? Question mark? Yeah, I mean, we did lose Selden in that fight. Turg is secretly the main character. That is tradition. So I'm gonna let my starfighter do its thing. And I'm going to let the androids do their thing, I think. This guy is coming across. He's boarding an android cruiser, though. This guy is coming across. I think he is boarding my cruiser. No, actually, he's not sure what he's doing yet. No, he's boarding my cruiser. So, lads, can we just get you all in here? You don't have a gun. Why don't you have a gun? No wonder you surrendered immediately in the last fight. He doesn't have a gun because he was recently a prisoner. No, I have to get in this room. Okay. Dick, you ready to not surrender anymore? There is one more guy still on that boat. What happens if we, like... Oh, there we go. That ship is going to go back, but it's going to be also chased by my starfighter the entire time. So I think now is the opportunity to start doing things like sending the robots across. It looks like this ship got cleared out first. No, I'm wrong about that. I'm dead wrong about that. It's going to be too late. Well, you know what, man? I'd rather send the robots than anyone else, so... What is this game? This is Space Haven. It's kind of like RimWorld, but with a somewhat different vibe. A more space-based RimWorld, one might say. All right, our med bays are clearing out pretty fast, which is good. Robots are on board. They are doing a scout. I mean... Oh, yeah, the androids are already picking this ship apart, so... Oh, the Cult of New Haven is coming in, so the androids are going to fight them next. How are they picking the ship apart if it already has guys on it? I don't understand. Dude, the combat drones cleaning house right now. Resources critically dwindle. They need infrascrap. Sold. I love these androids. They are my new best friends. I'll tell you that right now. Love these robots as well, man. Loved those robots, I should say. Until a pirate death squad showed up and started ripping them apart. But this android is like, this android is stripping their ship right now, despite the fact that there are guys on that ship. That's so funny. That's all of my robots dead. All at once, in one fell swoop. Do we still need people on battle stations? I'm not sure that we do. What I want is, like, these 4 guys to go into override sleep. Because then I can start sending them over to actually clear out those ships. And I can get the loot instead of letting the androids take all of it from me. This is Hello Kitty Adventure and FPS in the Star Trek universe. Surprise, Turk is still with us. He's the OG crew member. Is he OG? Christy was OG. And Noroth, I think, was maybe also OG. Turg might have also been. I'm trying to remember when we picked them all up. Jester, you're OG? Oh, maybe I'm thinking of you, not Christy. You do look pretty similar. So... Oh, yeah, these are big Cult of New Haven battleships. I think I have a refugee. Oh, you're an Android Collective refugee. I should call you guys. Maybe, like, I have a refugee of yours. Release refugees. I have a refugee on board. We'll give you some laser rifles for them. I accept. I do appreciate this refugee and all the work that they're doing, but... Yeah, see, these guys are going to go full attack against each other. And we're going to sit in the middle and we're going to reap the rewards of whoever gets destroyed. We're going to play both sides of the war. It does look like Cult of New Haven probably loses this fight. But that really depends on whether or not these android ships actually fire their guns. Well, I don't know. This could go either way still. Just stealing all the hull blocks. All right. We're going to put these guys in 2 hours of chill time. Jennifer still says he's healing, but I'm not willing to accept that as a real answer. I'm an OG. Does that mean original goddess? Overwhelming goodness? Why not both? All right. I think they just want to sleep, so let's get them on board. New mission available at the junkyard, dog. Ooh, energy. Yes. New Haven doesn't like it if they find androids on my ship, but I don't care. Funny thing about that, it doesn't bother me. So I don't know which of these ships have pirates on them. One of the New Haven ships just fleed, though. Fleed? Fled? Flued? Flued the coop? Noroth, great time to have a mental breakdown. Any particular reason why? Not really, no. No one to talk to? I don't know I agree with that. I feel like there was actually quite a lot of people to talk to on these ships. Cleared. All right. So we steal everything off of this ship, especially those energy blocks. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to just leave Noroth here to figure out his own stuff. And last we saw, all the pirates were on the battleship, so why don't we check the smaller one first? Especially because we're short on crew now. Ooh. Not great. One shot, Jimmifer. You gave up the ghost on a single shot. Send in the death robots. Who just said under attack? Was it Jareth? It did look like it was. Jareth is bleeding. Oh my god, he cleared it. You are now talking to player. You are now talking to player. That's not who I'm looking to talk to. Jimmifer is now a prisoner. Okay. Jimmifer, you are free. Jimmifer, I don't know what's going on with you, but that keeps happening. You keep insisting on becoming a prisoner. You are now talking to Pirate Coalition. Take us prisoners. Okay. So we'll take him as a prisoner as well. The other ship is gone. New Haven ship. Uh-oh. Jareth immediately surrenders. They want 5 energy rods? Yeah, all right, sure. I have like 113. Dick, what are you doing? Is it coming in here to help this fight? How come they always seem to be able to shoot faster than me? There we go. Oh, there's another guy. Jimmifer! Executed. R.I.P., man. Oh, buddy. Not good. Oh, no, you're on a mental break. Why do these guys keep surrendering if there are still so many people left on their ship? Where are my combat robots? Is that them? Please? Somebody there just died. If Noroth comes in here, they're going to start shooting him. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. He's like, what's up? Do you want to be friends with me? Oh, that character magically got out of their handcuffs. All right, what we're going to do then is we're going to execute you. Noroth, dead. Okay. Dick, you're going to have to get on this shuttle. And go home. Plus another 3 boarding crew? 2 boarding crew. Well, Jareth's bleeding out, so the way things are going, probably 4 boarding crew. Unbelievable. 4 combat drones and they can't kill a single guy. They all just bundle up and get themselves shot. Ah, this is not great. Combat drones are underwhelming at this point. Yeah. The thing is like you can't really... There's no way to like... There's no ultimate thing that you have because like they all have armor plating and plasma weapons and stuff as well, so... I don't know if laser guns would be better than plasma. I'm really not sure about that. Like, they're certainly more accurate. One of my biggest issues is that my guys just surrender so quickly as well. No steel plates. Communication request, Android Collective. They're like, we need some scrap. I'm no longer getting relationship bonuses for giving them scrap. Just noticed that. They were like, you've exploited this long enough, young man. So that a wall light. Move that there. Same here. Probably same there and there. I mean, the robots are really good when I know that there's nothing on it. I guess they're also pretty good against aliens, but against pirates, man, they do not. They ain't it. I'll tell you that much. At some point, I lost 2 scavenger robots here as well. We're out of chips and plates. Well, we gotta get back Jareth, who is currently bleeding out unconscious and has no oxygen. And now is dead. Huh. And all the androids just left. Interesting. Well, this has not been the most successful of attacks. Why are all these now derelicts instead of being pirates when I know that there are pirates on them? Oh, they're all probably dead. They all probably just ran out of oxygen and died. Which I guess is what I should have just waited to have happen instead of attacking them one by one. Especially when I have starfighters and defensive formations. I'll let the combat ships take a look around at least. What a disaster. Livy is having a mental breakdown. I wonder if it's because everybody died. Yep, it sure is. What a surprise. It's all the great spaceship games coming out this last week or two. I just got down with the ship. Yes, I'm excited about that one too. Agreed. Yeah, there's a lot of very good looking spaceship games right now. Okay, until my drones actually finish exploring the ship, I can't board them anyway. Or I can't auto-loot them anyway, I should say. But I suppose I can get all this scrap out of here. Well, we're back to having the recycler need a million things to do. Oh, man. I can't get over how much of a disaster this was. I was like, oh, look at all these free pirate ships. I'm too greedy, man. I just can't wait for them to die slowly. Because that's what they do, is they go from ship to ship until the ship runs out of oxygen. And then they move to the next ship. And that's kind of the best thing to do with these combat drones. Jareth's body is not even counting as being on here. Well, at least there's lots of goodies. Our logistics are super overwhelmed. I'm gonna take a guess here and say that also we probably didn't get any of those pirates. Or, yeah. Yeah. Maybe the internship facility is not that bad an idea. I need to disassemble 2 collars. Now, I know I have one. I had one. Huh. All of my storage is super hella full. Because we got so much junk up in this trunk. The good ship Manatee. Noroth, Jimifer, Jareth. I see. Why does this guy have a different symbol above his head, I wonder? Well, I'm gonna take you back. I'm also going to loot all the tech and energy scrap. The other stuff, TBD. I don't really need hull scrap anymore. That's a pretty full ore processor. So we are dismantling that wall still. Okay. I don't know what I'm going to want to put in here. Not a lot fits on that grid. Technically, I could get rid of that grid and get back a system point, because everything is on that large power node. And you know, same here. That's 2 system points we can get back. Which at this point is kind of important. Not sure what's going in here yet either. All of our points are full, so. Can move there. So. I guess I had a thought about like building a second recycler. But it wouldn't really fit here. Nor with this ore processor. I ain't sure anything good is going to fit in here, to be honest. This might just end up being a weird dead space. I guess I could move that chemical reactor down there, and at least that'll help a little bit. I could put in storage in here, which would actually be useful to have. So let's do that. Never fix the 2 airlock things? No, I mean, we deliberately have 2 airlocks. That is on purpose. As strange as it might be. Oof, man. Really gotta learn, like, when's the right time to board these ships. Now the androids are coming back. So I tell you what, I'm gonna move... Oh, there's even more room there. If I put that there, it's going to make that entire corner inaccessible. Screw it. I think I'll do it anyway. Then I'm just going to wall. New mission available. Medical assistance. Androids are like, what's up? You have stuff? We need stuff. I think my biggest problem right now is I don't really know. They really want tech scrap. I have so much food. So much biomatter. 350 biomatter. You know what we have to do is jettison that. Because that's going to be taking up like an entire storage locker right now. I do not need that much biomatter. And that's actually what I was thinking about building over here was composters. Maybe if I could... How does that go? That goes like that. If I did that and that, I could fit 3 composters in, so that I'm going to do that there. Free up a bit of our storage lockers. Great, and then we'll just build storage here specifically for things that need to be recycled. Bada boom, bada bing. New mission available. I'm going to keep doing these as long as they have these energy cubes for me, because we burn through them so quickly. I suppose I could also buy like steel plates off of them, maybe. Or these blue ones are really valuable. Steel plates are really valuable to me right now. Tech scrap's not so much. Yeah, I have like $12,000. I'm just gonna be like, what do you have? Can I buy it? These chips we burn through so quickly. Because they're what we use to make robots. Steel plates on sale. And soft blocks we also go through pretty quickly. All right, there we go. Lots and lots and lots. Who did we lose in recent fights? We lost Jimifer, we lost Jareth, and we lost Noroth as well. It was very bad how those fights went, let me tell you. We are still trying to haul everything off these ships. There's a lot of loot. All this biomatter just getting jettisoned into space? That's so cool. I've never seen that before. Duplicate you. Put you right there. Yeah, because I can still walk around that. Okie day. I'll build that storage locker pretty quickly. Ring, ring. Android Collective calling. Why do they only want scrap? This is what I don't understand. Why are they insisting on buying small amounts of scrap at a time? Noroth 1-2? Or just Noroth 102? I think we gotta reach something there. So this wing is almost done. That wing is still in process. I really do genuinely think we gotta split up our weaponry a bit. So I'm gonna move some of these energy turrets. How have I done this? He's done it again. He's made the ship uneven. Okay. It is thankfully literally just one block. 5 energy blocks. I mean, I do have 25 of them, so I'm willing to do it. I was thinking about selling you some earlier. Jareth Betrayer in the name queue? I don't think so. Let me look. He is not. New mission available. Give medical assistance. Guess we'll do tech blocks and hull blocks. I mean, we got these fancy medical beds. We might as well use them, right? We did build this little barracks here as well. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people per shift. The fact that so much of shift 1 is dead. If I take 3 of you off, that'll bring you to 5 and 4. I gotta take 3 people off shift 2 and 1 person off shift 3. All right, Chio the second, you're joining shift 1. Boy, you guys are bad shots. Boy, oh boy, some of you bad shots. Dr. Doolittle, you're gonna go on shift 1. Turg, you're joining shift 1. Jake from State Farm, you're gonna join shift 1. One. 555. Okay. Oof. Really, as Turg's Odyssey is, he's the only thriving crewmate. Well, the ironic thing is like Turg is just not good enough to use. Actually, he's just like 2 points under being able to use laser weapons, so that's largely why we don't let him do any of the adventures. Hiccups. Oh no. Do you have Augs? You don't. You're about to, buddy. How's your aiming? Terrible. I guess that's why you have a plasma cluster gun. You know what? No, I'm going to give you the spontaneous nano weave. And the synthetic platelets, because you do have a shotgun. You can get work speed, accident rate. If I gave Jack the weapons enhancement thing. Same with Dr. Von Doctor. Empyrean can actually train up to tier 5. Which is interesting. He ain't quite there yet. Ah, it's because we gave him a weapons 1. All right, well, then I'm going to give Jack a weapons 1. And what's your stats? You have pretty high perception, so I don't think I need to give you accuracy. So why don't we give you 20 health? Currently, you have the stun rifle. Doc Von Doc. You have accidents and working speed. Your stats. You're pretty good, like, across the board. So I'm going to give you the recovery platelets. And what I'm going to do... I'm going to put you in blacks. What I'm going to say is anyone who is in these black outfits are in training to become red shirts. Really, it should probably be the other way around, but, you know. Tech scrap, here you go. Half Pint, how we doing? Hanging out on the YouTube side today. Admittedly, being a botanist does help with survival chances. Not always. Selden got killed because he was just, like, in the wrong spot at the wrong time. He, like, walked in here and got absolutely dusted. Select all. No more. In fact, probably, like, empty. Scrap and ore. Select all. Bring here. And then steel plates, electronics. I think this stuff, I could say neutral rule. Hopefully we'll sort that out bit by bit. We're going continuous. We're going to duplicate you. I have like a ton of bodies, don't I? Humans. Let one of them decompose humans. You still aren't ready to move. Okay. Love it if we could finish up this little bit of hall work. I mean, we're basically done stripping all this down at this point. My ore processor is actually pretty back down to low. So I'm going to tell it to grab basic ore because I have so much hyperfuel and energy rods right now. It's disgusting. Like, it's actually problematic. I'm storing way too many. We're getting there. This was a lot longer than I thought we were going to spend in this sector this morning. I thought, no problem. We'll be in and out of here in no time. I don't know that I need these guys on, like... they were not on auto. That's why. All of our guys were working way too much there. Just like set basically on full battle stations. All right, 60 infra blocks, 23 tech blocks, 20 energy blocks. We've never been this juicy, this tasty good. What's wrong with you? Part of the ship is unreachable. Oh. Yeah, I didn't design this very well, did I? Cult of New Haven's coming back in. That's gonna drive me insane if that's there. I don't know, maybe we can just wall it in. Or like... build like a thermal something or something there. Another gas scrubber. Insufficient resources. Ice. Okay. Noted. Rocket turret's finally ready to move up. The laser turret's there, I think. Think about like how I want the design on this. Especially in terms of like the shield generators and what we're going to end up doing. We lost so much crew. We were up to 8 boarding crew and now we're down to 1, which is a little ludicrous. This also reminds me I need to turn on learning for a couple of these guys. Dick, Doctor, Jake, Turg. So once they get their implants that they can actually work on those. And the idea being is we were going to put a bunch of fighter bays in here, which would certainly fit along this edge. Is 3 an absurd amount? I don't necessarily think so. Bit of thermal wall generation up here for sure. That will give us 6 fighters. Which is a hilarious amount. But if you think about it, only say like 4 people on a boarding party, 4 people work in the systems. We have 7 people left. Technically, it makes sense. Now I am gonna have to move my batteries here as well. Gonna have to go like right there and right there. Energy. Rocket turret goes in the front. This other energy turret is going up here. We have an auto turret and a point defense turret. This can shrink by 1? No? Guess not. I'm a bit worried they're not going to be on big enough power with the power capacity nodes, but sorry, one of the big things we were saying here is I could get back 2 system points scrapping out these ones. So I could either put on 2 more PDCs or 2 more auto turrets. Part of me is thinking auto turrets is probably the answer. Enough banter for today. Big ship, I like the design. Thank you. I based it off of StarCraft. Envy, wanting what someone has. Jealousy, fear of losing what you have. That it is one of the most frequently like said things. The difference between ambient banter. Ambient banter. Ambient jealousy. If I built a wall here, it would be smart. I could put 2 auto turrets and a point defense on the outside. Has some weird dents in it. Our ship's definitely a bit strange. I mean, I was thinking about putting those point defenses up front. Definitely the auto turrets need to move here and here. Technically, I could, like, move the shield batteries here. If I moved all of that up into, like, here and here. But I feel like I'm just running into the same problem then where I am putting all my stuff in the same position. You know, one of the big things we were trying to avoid here was all of our stuff just stuck together again, because it makes it a really easy target. That being said, right now we have no coverage of the front of our ship, so I am going to move the PDCs. How is this? Is this 7, 6? This is an entire chunk smaller than it's meant to be. 7. It's meant to be like that. 1, 2, 3. Three, 5, 7. I'm never building a ship on a 3 ever again. If I do this, like it's got to be mirror mode from here on out. Oh, this wall is one further back is why. So that is correct. That'll make 5. Because the wall is one further back. What I need to do is move all of these. Let me make sure I have that right. That room is 6 wide. You're 9 that way. You're... Wait, hold on. Sorry. That's the middle point. You're 10 that way. You're 11 that way. So, yes. That wall is meant to be shifted back 1 point. That makes more sense. Okay. And so I'm kind of thinking like I'm gonna want room in here too, because this will help us delineate the different spaces, make it a bit safer. I don't really know what the difference between wanting an X2 door versus an X1 door, other than just the visual element. I guess it provides twice as much ventilation as well. Rotate to face the enemy ships. It seems like you could have extra PDCs on the front versus rockets. Well, I think right now we have the big overlapping coverage, so... Our weakest sides are the sides, but that's also where all of our fighter bays are, so... I don't know, maybe that makes sense? Are you kidding me? Starfighters cost system points? That sort of ruins my entire plan. They don't just cost system points, they cost 2 system points. I'm gonna have to switch to the bigger ship size. God damn it. If I want all these fighters, I'm gonna have to take the bigger ship size. That being said, it doesn't seem like there's any reason not to do that, so... So do I kill these little mini-me's as well then, or do I just leave them in? I guess that would be the next question. You guys are still looting stuff. Wow. How? Alright, you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. You got everything you need, boys. Starfighters, you can come home. We'll take our upgrades. So the last thing I wanted to do was just expand this corridor, which did mean moving the prison. And I guess moving this guy over. Why do I have a water collector in here? What? When did I build that? During that great section when suddenly everything was wet? That's mildly confusing. Yeah, I do wonder about, like, how much I could shift that up. If I was just to move these... Like, I could move the shields even there. I do like where they are right now on the ship, though. It does look kind of cool. Just don't love how much empty space we have at the moment. All right, that's done. Let's get the hell out of here, dudes. This has been an excessive amount of time. Wait till the prison is empty first. Well, I just have to figure out where I'm building a prison. That's kind of the issue. We have some open rooms up here that are just like storage at the moment. I'd argue we have a lot of open room. I am going to drop in here because we did not finish looting these ships. And yes, there's a lot of very good stuff on them. So I'd like to do that quickly while we finish up this stuff. Should have probably deployed our guys correctly. I mean, we could put the fighter base on just like one side. Could build crew rooms in here. 1, 2, blank, 1, 2, blank, 1, 2. I could build bedrooms out here, actually. And then I could cannibalize this into the prison. Yeah! Alright, that's not a bad idea. I'm not opposed to that. Boy, that's a lot of fires happening right now. Question mark, question mark, question mark. I've insisted on these weird lights, but... for right now, we'll just move them there and there. Or... just put them on the other side. Why? How do things keep lighting on fire here? What's happening? This is not as if we're in a solar flare district. Put these prisoners back in the prison before they burn my whole ship down. So I was thinking basically... sorry, we could go wall here, 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 and where it currently is. And then build in 3 rooms. I have to dismantle these big X2 doors. No, that's not true, actually. Because I'm turning these into 2 wide hallways, so I think I will dismantle them instead. Dismantle, move. Or I guess, why don't I do that instead? Save me some juice. No safe path. You'll figure it out, boys. Remember that gambling with friend games we said Northern Lion would jump on? Turns out he jumped on it and it was everything I expected. Expected it addicted to gambling. I am no parts surprised. 0% surprised. Oh, my poor logistics. So much rubble, so much tech scrap. You know what, Rubble? I'm going to turn you on continuous. Because you're just there making me iron plates. And I like that. So that can be disassembled. Or I guess just moved. So all these little bots... yeah, they work. All those little guys work. All these little guys work. I would have maybe liked to have made these bigger rooms, but... not gonna panic about it. Move that over there. And we can move this double door here. That little guy there. Duplicate. Duplicate, duplicate. I am not sure about all these. Thermal regulators right now. Where they're all going to live. But for the moment, we'll say something like this. It's all kind of a bit of a mess. It's okay. This is the chaos that has to happen. Oh, I can put you like that and like that, eh? Didn't think of that. Let's do that. Lights over thermal regs. So then we're gonna say 2 like that, and then it'll go boom, 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 boom. That's tight. I might have to move those shield generators. It's tighter than I would like. This thermal regulator will certainly have to move. As I guess will this one. I don't know why that one is not currently blocking everything. Then we have this weird learning computer situation in here at the moment. I'm sold on none of this. None of this at all. Bed. Thingamajig. Light bulb. Light bulb. Bed. Thingamajig. I can't wait for this ship to be finished. Because we are so close to making it nice and so good. And just have all of our little pieces in play. For it to be a true battle cruiser. Duplicate, duplicate. You're going to duplicate, duplicate. I'll wait for all those walls to actually be finished before I can move all the lights. Dismantle. Dismantle. Maybe I could just make this work. Would this be enough room? Yeah, I actually might be able to make that work. It's not quite right, but if that was to go there, we're gonna have to dismantle that, move that, move that. I could probably then put something like a actual like thermal regulator in here with perhaps, I got a better idea. I'm going to add in a table with a chair in front of it. And on the wall, I'm going to put a decorative screen. Actually, I can't do that. So I'm going to put a thermal regulator. I can't do that either. I'm going to put a light bulb? No, you can't put anything in front of a chair. Interesting. Okay. Well, maybe you could put a decorative screen there then? They're moving up in the world. These prisoners. Should we give them... Hear me out. This is maybe crazy. But what if I gave them a window? They might feel good about that. Boom. Now we have 2 by corridor. I suppose one of the other options is I could, like, turn this into some sort of, like, bathroom and eatery for them or something. And they could be allowed to just, like, cross through here. Food. Can't really fit it in all that well. Right now, just an extra room. Perhaps a barracks? I have spacesuits here, but I don't really have spacesuits in a lot of other areas. Especially, I don't have any up here yet. Which is for sure something I should have. Pretty much no question about it. I should have some extra spacesuits up here. In case of emergencies. Like, realistically, these should be, like, all over the ship. So we'll try something like that. You guys are missing an extra gas scrubber down here, but I don't really think you need it, but I'm going to do it just for symmetry. Okay. We still don't really have the top rooms figured out exactly what they are, but this is at least looking slightly better. Then you would need a guard there to make sure they don't run, and they definitely will run. If it was connected, yeah. That's a lot of blood all over the walls, guys. Boy, that's a lot of blood all over the walls. We have one last thing to do in this sector, which is just finish the paint jobs. Boop, boop, boop. Doop, doop, doop. You guys are going to be high tech. You're going to be middle tech. That and like that. You got moved around a little bit. Oh yeah, we did separate all these things. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. We are. My God. Should I make that a bathroom? Have one steal a shuttle and run off? Oh, that rules. Christy, thank you so much for the continued sub. Much appreciated. Robot literally break down on a bed as if someone was sleeping on it. It would not surprise me, man. The robots are... They truly are doing their own thing. Unset also for crew. Set prisoner area. Refugee area can also take that. They also have the barracks. I'm actually going to say clear refugee area from the prison, if that's the case. They have the med bay. They have the barracks. They have the clear room with us. Visitor area, same deal. I don't really want you in there with them. We could make this a toilet. I could make it a double toilet. Or I could make it like a toilet with oxygen or something like that. Let's... Let's do something like that. This guy's not really fitting in here very well. And I'd like to spread the oxygen generators out a little bit better. And I feel like that's an okay thing to have in a washroom. So, when you say turlet, are you saying it like Archie Bunker intentionally? Yes. I mean, intentionally in that, like, my brain is doing things that I don't want it to do anymore, but yes. I'm in no control over it. Prepare to hyper jump. I have 7 water left. So I guess I'm jumping in here. This will give me 3 more ship points. Why not? At this point, I'm a mega cruiser. Let's just admit what we are. What are you? Full of aliens. Okay. That's the case. Can we go shoot you? You guys need that ice. Should you get that other ore while you're there? You might as well. Dick, Doctor, Turg, Draft, Ship. Now, the ship is full of aliens, which means I probably could just send over combat robots. Did you fail to bust that? You did. Where is it? Thank you. That was the only one, though? It was. All right, new boarding crew. There's someone here in hypersleep. Yeah, there's definitely harvesters on this ship. Uh-oh. That guy is charging. Okay. Ow. Not my finest moment. There's the hive. So I'm just going to back out a little bit there. Let them clear these. Doctor's bleeding. Doctor and Dick are both about to pass out. Turg and Shiu. A harvester just come out of that egg? These are some real G's right now. Trying to solo clear this place. A stun pistol. That's fun. Time to go. Fortunately, that's all the time we had on this shuttle today. But it's not all the time robots had. Our robots had. Because they should be pretty good at fighting bugs. He says, expectantly. I like this room is really bright, and this room is not really bright. And I wonder, is it because I don't have any lights in these bedrooms? It's not a dialect from Canada. No, not that I'm aware of. Sure, we just calls it the shitter, boy. That's what we calls it here. It's a little more crude. So, I have 3 system points with this now. Which would allow me to build. Okay, currently that's a X2. Which is 2. So I have 5. That's 1. So here's what I'm gonna do. Hear me out. I'm gonna move this gas scrubber. And then I'm gonna dismantle this X2 system core. And then I'm gonna build an X3 system core instead. I'm also going to build a light in here. No, I'm not. Actually, never mind. There's a window. Robots, what's going on? Are you going over there? Oh, no. You required that system core to be running. Now you can go over there. That gave me 24 additional points. Hot damn. And if I build X1, I can get another 12. That puts me up to 36. Well, I think probably that's what's going in one of these front rooms then. And it might as well be you. Part of me is like, should I be building like combat robots in different sections of the ship? And I don't know, 2, 4, 6. So this would allow me all my starfighters with room to spear. You have a miner, a builder. I guess I'll build a second builder. I don't really see us doing a lot of mining. He's out of control. 6 auto turrets. Prisoner recruited. Mycola. Medical, botany, research. You're a blue shirt? And your name will be... Lata Laquisha. Am I spelling that right? No. And you will join team 2. Great. Get these numbers back up. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we have 8 private bedrooms, so... Combat robots, where are you? Did you all get unbuilt when I turned that system offline? Apparently, yes. Though I must admit, I'm not entirely certain how that happened. Okay, now you're all back online, though. So, with that said, let's all see if you can take on a bug ship. That's already half done. Doesn't help if you split in half. But it does help if you come in through an open airlock. So the interesting thing about that I found was that they keep moving in instead of like clearing a section and then going. Obviously not ideal. Dirk, Gio, Dr. Jake. Dick, the only one who's actually prepared for this. You guys got to train up a lot more. We should probably actually set up our training facilities better, too. I just saw that harvester. Come on, you rat bastards. Do any of you, by chance, have a breaching charge? No. All right, Chio, you're gonna bait. How did he hit me? Weapon jam. This is terrible tight quarters. God damn. Ooh. Good long distance shot there by the harvester. Okay. Chio falls unconscious. And these guys aren't having a much better time. I gotta try to get that hive that's in there. Okay, everybody get back on the ship. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. How many decent pilots do we have for those starfighters? I don't have a clue. All right, I tell you what, we're doing a new system. Now black is going to be people who are ready for training, and red is going to be people who would like to be better with a gun, but are currently not. Because it's never too late to mess things up for everybody. So Perry on here, you got to go on squad 1. And Dr. Von Doctor, I want you on squad 1 as well. So you're a really bad shot, Chio. I'm going to put you back on squad 3. Six 4. Jake, what's your deal? Weapon skill 4? No, you're actually going red shirt. Turg, I'm going to put you back on 2. Okay. Spreads it out a little bit. Sorry, Turg, you're going to go on 3. Which was your old squad. 565. There's a big part of me that debates, you know, building a wall back here and adding in like 3 more med bays or 4 more med bays. Because I do feel like we are frequently maxing out here, but look at all those starfighters. Yes. I love that that's what our people are doing now. But I am going to have to ban them. Because otherwise, all of our guys are going to just spend all their time joy fighting against starfighters. And not actually doing any of the critical things we need them to do. So, that said, Perry on Dick, Dr. Von Doctor, and let's say Jake. Get on board this ship. So these guys actually have some guns. An improvement over not having guns like the other teams did. And they do have 2 stun rifles, but you have a plasma cluster gun. You have a plasma rifle. Okay. Nice. All right, so that's the hive down. Dick just got tore apart. Oh, poor Dick. Time to go, laddies. How much do you guys have? You're almost asleep. You have a bit. Okay. What are you doing here? Shuttle? Suspicious? There's a couple of things floating around out here, so I might as well grab all of these as well. I'm wasting a lot of time on these aliens. Again, I don't really know if it's worth it. But also don't know if it ain't. So, I mean, their ship's in good shape here, at least. In general, I would say I'm pretty happy with the state of it. Also have a lot of extra points left over now. Yeah, look at all these auto turrets. Big guns on both sides, PDCs, energy turrets. We could certainly build more PDCs. Where are they under? I could also buy a targeting jammer. The ship cannot be targeted by hostiles, nor target them in turn. This is not really something I was thinking about putting on my ship. But there is an argument to be made for it. Open an outside hole, your starfighters could clean that up quickly. Unfortunately, the starfighters can't shoot aliens. But you are right that I could at least just like blast them a bunch. Okay, so if I do that, I could put in a size 3 on either of those sides. Like, I might be able to take my... Let's put all these auto turrets on 3. Auto turrets don't use any ammo, so... What a great idea. Somebody give that man a raise. Now we can get in there no problem. Use the target attack. You think those starfighters will do it? Yeah, I think they're just gonna hang out. Well, they all have cool names. Razor's Edge, Stiletto, Fluttering Petal, Pyrrhus, Lancer, Urkza. Blew the loot up, though. Keel haul that man. Listen, man, I don't think loot is really what we're concerned about right now. The only reason I came in here was for water. Whew. Shoot through those tech blocks and infra blocks pretty quickly, though. Holy moly, we had 60 infra blocks a little bit ago. I'm going to say if, like, infra blocks is less than 5. Tech blocks is less than 5. If energy blocks is less than 5. If hull blocks are less than 5. Soft blocks I don't care about. All right, the guys are on sleeping right now, so we'll let them go through their rest period, and then we'll set them out one more time. I can't believe how just absolutely no progress I feel like I've made here. I mean, I have done a major overhaul of the ship. Yeah, see, if you're not powering anything else, you'd make a lot more sense to move up here. So I'm gonna do that with these guys. I know they're powering the shields, so I'm gonna move the shields, don't worry. I just don't visually like the way it's all set up at the moment. And I think that would look a lot nicer. Because I can get rid of these big walls here. Prisoner recruited! Jasna! Weapon skill 5. Hello, my honey. What else are you good at? Ooh, you're zesty. You're a really good pilot, too. Well, you're zesty. I think I'm probably going to give you the plasma cluster gun. God damn it. Copy. Paste. Nano dressing. Small breaching charge. Anything else you might want? Combat stims? Copy. Paste. Cluster gun. Cluster gun. Paste. 3, 3, 4. So these guys have a lot of training left to do. They are training, right? Yes. Why is Doctor here? This guy's weapon 3. This guy's never going to be... he's actually bad at everything. All right, you're going in blacks. You're going in crew 1, and your name... Abelard Warsarian. Now, if that is not a name of a character who is destined to be immortal and unkillable, I don't know what is. I'm also going to give her weapons max. So the other main reason I wanted to move all this up here is just that, like, I'll be able to focus these guys in a much smaller range. So that they can generate so much more power. I could have them overlap probably with these upper areas now too. But I don't really need those points back anymore, so I ain't gonna panic about that. I'm gonna move that light bulb there. I'm gonna move that light bulb there. And I'm gonna dismantle all these walls. Is that right? Where'd you go? You went on the curve. So you're gonna go there. And now, if I really wanted to, I could even add in another row of bedrooms. Like, that's a full room right there. That's a full set of rooms. Currently, it's big open storage, though. And I like that, so... Slowly making our way to Eden. Yeah, that was the big goal today. These guys are still asleep. I need to turn fighters back off. No going out, fighters. I know you're all having a great time zooming around because we built way too many fighters. I did have a thought of actually moving these shuttle bays in here. Was another option. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that right now. I think I'm going to leave the option to build more rooms. These like learning computers don't really have a good spot right now. Could put it in hypersleep. Could put it in med bays. I could put in a bunch of stuff. All right, you guys are all up. And yet, not rested at all. Aliens haunt me in my dreams. I'm hungover. I got bit by a crawler. Wah, wah, wah. Get back on the ship. I've stubbornly decided that we're going to kill these guys no matter what. Now, float out here. Blast the hell out of him. Cool. Didn't give Abelard a gun. So I'm going to use them as harvester bait. And go like da 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 da. Oh yeah. That's one way to clear a hive for sure, dudes. What other bugs we got left on this ship? Huzzah! We can go see clear. I don't know why we got to go that way, but okay. You guys can get in there. Hopefully she's alive. Fingers crossed. Oh, man. You're really bad. What does this mean? Finds comfort in the dark. Botany and research. Well, clear. You're going to take a green outfit and you're going to go on squad 3. And you're going to be named... Jill DeBreen. I'm not sure I get that reference. I generally feel like if I don't get it, I'm not sure I want to. Everybody, let's get the hell out of here. Is there anything on this ship I want? Not really, but yes. Grab it fast. I'm not going to scrap it at all. Quarantiner? Nah. We have advanced medical base. If people get sick, we can just slurp the aliens right out of them. Down to 1 energy cell. And I'm all out of computer chips. I have 18 quadratic components. Can I find a single thing that they are used in? Used in high-tech facilities and items. Are you sure about that? Yeah, I'm gonna do something I'm probably gonna regret, which is I'm gonna set nano dressing if we don't have any. Gonna do the same for combat stims. I'm gonna do the same for breaching charges. Because I'm telling my guys to start equipping those, so. Enhancements parts? Nope. You'd think AUG parts would use them, but they actually use the most basic components. Super blocks only for the jammer? No, they're not even super blocks. They're super components. So you get these from breaking apart androids. Super blocks are only for the, only for the jammer. Which again, I do like the idea of, but we have a lot of guns. 3 hauler corpses. Do we need that? Well, I suppose. Is that it? Great. Let's go. In fact, let's save. I do love that we managed to make the androids friendly. To me, that's a pretty big win. I'm gonna spend 7 tech and just pick up advanced nutrition, because I can't get that until I have the alien cores, and it's 20% growth rate on all of our foods. So let's go. We'll go. We go. Look how we go. And then we have to summon the Exodus fleet here. Then I believe we just drop. Wait for them to show up. Scout ahead and bring the Exodus fleet to Eden's doorstep. Body temperatures. Ah, down there, eh? Well, I can work on that. Also put one in there. Why not? Only 2 prisoners left. That's pretty well controlled temperature. Good oxygen. Good CO2 levels. No water vapor. No isolated areas. Power's a bit funny, but like, it's working fine. No, this guy should be super tiny. Not that tiny, dude. But we could set him to power the scanner and the base shield generator. How are my shields not as strong as they used to be? We had shields at like 700 strength for a while. Oh, I see why. Because you guys are boosted before. Increase effectiveness, but also damage facilities with time. So I guess we just wait. Sit and wait and wish. How much are these advanced learning consoles? Food surplus ended. Oh, they're only tech blocks. Tech blocks and infra blocks. Maybe we could just set up a few more of these around. so that people always have the opportunity to do some studying. All right, Operation Swordbreaker planning and implementation meeting. In the chair is Fleet Commander Sheridan, Chief Security Astra Marinescu, Logistics Chief Rufus Wright, Medical Chief Priya Kapoor, Navigation Chief Orion Hayes, and Senior Pathfinders. The objective of the meeting is to outline our available course of action for approaching the planet Eden, overcoming the Flaming Sword blockade, and commencing colonization. This meeting will conclude once we have selected and committed to our course of action. Let's hear our options. Although the fleet is running low on critical and irreplaceable supplies, we still have enough remaining, plus a strong industrial base to assemble a strike force of warships capable of beating the Flaming Sword in open battle. Oh, well, then this sounds easy. All we need is somebody, and which I mean our Pathfinders, to fetch us a shopping list of stuff we need. It's kind of a case of going all in with a strong hand. We'd win decisively, but it'd be our only shot. If anything goes wrong, something always goes wrong. I favor more of a special forces approach. We have some well-equipped ships plus a seasoned Pathfinder crew. Rather than meet the Flaming Sword head-on, we should make a single decisive strike where it does the most damage. SIGINT have identified the likely location of the cult's founder and leader, First Visionary Kateri, aboard their flagship, the Eternal Vigil. Cults typically obey the old maxim, sever the head and the body dies. Destroying the ship and eliminating Kateri should open the way to Eden. It's a fierce fight, but our best bet up to it. Orion and I would like to point out that the human race is quite endangered nowadays and will only become more so if we continue to fall back into the bad habit of killing each other. Unfortunately, we need to have an alternative that should keep life of loss at a minimum. SIGINT found a weakness in the Flaming Sword's pick at a small listening post station that doesn't seem to have ships protecting it. A small team of boarders could seize it and upload a virus into the cult's whole network. Kind of a genius bit of script, a chameleon, meta-learning sub-sapience with, never mind. The point is, once it's in their network, it can lure the defense fleet out of position by falsifying our location, and we can sneak around them. Won't they attack us anyway? I've been conducting thorough psychological review of the cult and its leaders. I'm quite sure that the Flaming Sword is more fragile than they like to pretend. If we deliver any colonists to all of Eden's surface, they will have failed in their supposed holy duty, and that's the sort of blow the organization won't survive. The majority will interpret it as a sign of God granting his favor to us rather than them, and the resulting crisis of faith would cause the cult to dissolve. Whatever diehards remain, the numbers will not have the numbers or means to punish us. Okay, option 1, we gather a shopping list of resources and build a huge fleet. Option 2, we send a small force to destroy the Eternal Vigil. Option 3, we send a boarding party to seize the listening post and hack their sensor network. Seems to me the Pathfinder will be instrumental in all of them. Leave the decision to them. Unanimous, Pathfinder, the fate is in your hands. Economy, crew combat, or ship combat. Activate mission. Take control and secure the asteroid bases. Haven Foundation technicians board the bases, upload a virus and send a fake signal. Or ship combat. Engage the Flaming Fleet together with the Swordbreaker Squadron. We did just build a battle cruiser, so I feel like probably we have to do ship combat, right? Is the endgame stuff, or where in the game are you these days? This is very much the endgame stuff. This is like, I think, the final quest, so... System, send a flake signal, or attack. A new system has been discovered. Wow, that's not too bad for the economic victory. You know what the funny thing is if I didn't build all of the guns on my ship, I basically had this. Like, we had 60 plus infra blocks, we had 30 tech, and I think we had like 38 energy blocks before I built all that stuff. That's so funny. Well, I'm gonna hire 2 battleships. I'm gonna buy a bunch of other stuff. Any of you good at guns? Honor, you're okay. I'm also gonna hire you. We'll call these guys when we're ready to jump. If you decide either of the raids beyond enemy lines aren't to your liking, we can always fall back on Rufus's plan to build an assault force, claim Eden in a straight fight. Talk us through the details. The fleet has means to rapidly assemble a large number of battleships and a vast reserves of hypersleepers to crew, and what we're lacking is the resources. Prepared a shopping list of what we need. The blockade of the doorstep will ensure the flaming sword are starved for resources and unable to come after you. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Yeah, I don't really want to do that one. Haven Foundation. Here's our new cargo shuttle. And honor. What does this guy need? 3 steel plates. I have a better relationship with the androids than I do with the Haven Foundation. That's funny. Rifle. Bulletproof vest. Won't give you anything else. That's not true. I need to give you a weapons-based prefrontal microcontroller. And your HP is really high, but your aim is pretty bad. So I will also give you an ocular implant. Please gather your weapons. And the other person, Abelard, okay, you have gathered your weapons. You don't have, like, any basic scopes. Okay. Select all, move over. Abandon. Honor, you need to be named. And you will be named Flynn Dutchman. Welcome aboard, Flynn. Now. Hope the DHL does next day space delivery. Amazon Prime Galaxy. Old shields from Timu. Yeah, we had some pretty bad shields before, but I feel much more confident now. Part of me is like, do I build more hull stabilizers just in case? But, I don't know. Mostly only because I want that to look like 3 even bars instead of 2.5 little bars. All right. We got our fighters. I think we're ready to rock, dudes. Let's talk to the battleships. They say they're only going to help us against pirates. So I hope they'll also help us against these other guys. You're overmassed. My God, I actually don't have enough hypersleep chambers for everybody. Still 1 short. Cult of New Haven wants assistance. Cult of New Haven can get lost, dweebs. We're going for the victory right now. Pathfinder, the moment of destiny approaches, and the Lord has granted me a vision as I prayed in seclusion. In my vision, I saw you standing at a fork in the road. On your left hand, the easy road, already laid out for you, trailed away into gloom and woe. On your right hand was a harder way, narrow and rough enough to break wheels and maim feet, but at the end was a shining light. I knew this crossroads immediately. It is choosing the ways that all humans face in our time.
You know what I would ask you? Protect Eden. Humankind was given one world and we squandered it. We ravaged the Earth's resources, poisoned its airs and seas, scorched its surface with nuclear fire, and slaughtered the animals, over which we had a duty of responsible stewardship. At every turn, we failed our duty and care towards our own mother homeworld, so I ask you, what right do we have to inflict the same upon more worlds? Shall the human race mindlessly ravage the stars like a plague of locusts? Or shall we climb towards the light, even though it costs us many painful sacrifices? God, it seems, has ordained that test falls to you. I beg you, stand with us to guard the forbidden Eden against those who would conquer it in defiance of his designs. There is a nebula inside the star system. Use your trusted voice to bring the Box Lightner and the Exodus fleet there, and the flaming sword will end them swiftly and set humanity upon the higher path. I know I'm asking terrible cruelty. I'm asking you to betray and murder your friends who both nurtured and trusted you. I'm asking you to participate in a slaughter of the defenseless. I will not compound this sin by appealing to you as a mercenary with venal offers of bribes and accolades. I appeal to you instead as a mortal, higher being. Do it because terrible though it is, hard and cruel though it is, it serves the right and good. The Haven Foundation are well-meaning, kind-hearted people, but they are bringing the ruinous disease of human imperialism to a defenseless planet. We are not mature enough as a species for this responsibility. We must live in exile among the stars. We must learn how to thrive thus, and it is only this way we can learn how to be good stewards of these immeasurable precious green jewels. We must stop these wayward colonists even as we weep for them. That God may have mercy on our souls for what we must do. Save Eden or go back to your friends and damn yourself by hoping they'll spoil it. The choice is yours. I pray you do the right thing and leave you with some ancient words of wisdom. Blah, blah, blah. God, God, God. How about instead I blow you up? Wait. What are my options here? That's the fate of Eden. Ooh, Hyperion Cloud. Betray the Haven Foundation is there. Asteroid Field 5, Asteroid Field 4. That has an outpost. Swordbreaker Squadron, Flaming Sword Fleet. Which way am I meant to go here? Presumably Eden is here, right? Okay, so this is the outpost. So if I want to do the crew combat, I go here. If I want to do the fleet combat, I go here. I have no water. Now is not the time. Just imagine I'm just like, hup, let's hop on over here, go straight into Eden and just hyperspace into it. Blow you up, also very, very thing to do. Very human thing to do. We got a lot of fleets. I was hoping to hit the primary directly. It seems you'll have cut through the escort fleet. You have chosen to despoil Eden after all. Perhaps this was a test the human race was always destined to fail. Let us duel for the soul of the species. We do not need to lose more people today. I offer terms of peace. You're an honorable woman, Colonel, that I thank you, but the Lord has blah, 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 blah. I must refuse peace. Fire at will. Who is Will? Assist Swordbaker Squadron. Send a flag. Assist Swordbaker. Yeah, that's the one we want to do. So we have also brought in extra battleships. I'm going to go ahead and say...
Battle stations. I don't know that we need navigation on. But I will allow fighters to move out. The FFS Wits Ed, the FFS Eta Xavier. Wave 1! Uh-oh. Holy smokes. First off, these are cool-ass ships. Terrible design. This would be like the most inconvenient. Can you imagine, like, to get anywhere, you have to go all the way back? But I guess everything is just in the center. Well... Haven Foundation. Dude, now is not the time to ask for steel plates. I will give you some, though. Now is the time to start shooting. Now is when we get. These ships are on top of each other. I didn't know that was allowed. I'll be honest, doesn't really feel like it should be. Let's help these homies out. Set the auto turrets to take out these guys. Along with the rockets are in the right spot. The starfighters are going. I don't know how badly they're going to get dunked. Ship destroyed. Wow, that did not take no time. These chumps are getting bodied. Whoa, when you say that ship got destroyed, you mean that ship got destroyed. We are struggling on power right now, but other than that, like, our starfighters are in here taking stuff out as well. I think I'm going to pull everything but the auto turrets back. Because I don't want to, like, burn through too much ammo. Ah, the derelict Dege. How did you get destroyed so badly? Well, I guess better a Haven ship than mine. There goes the wit's end. And that's wave 1 complete. We got 3 fighters out, but they are not in great shape. I would like it if they could come back and heal. This ship is destroyed, but it's not like completely destroyed. So at least the crew members are going to get bailed out of there. Dude, I love our fighter squadrons. They're sick. None of them blown up yet. They largely ignored us in that fight. Scanners are showing large ships with escorts inbound. Confirm the capital ship is a fighter carrier. Maintain air superiority. Do not let the fighters overwhelm you. The enduring pioneer, the ashen fire, and the frostbite. How many fighters? 8 fighters! Hot damn. Okay, this ship is so cool. I love these designs. I don't like getting overwhelmed by fighters, but if I'm gonna be real, the guys with all the guns kind of concern me a lot more. How are we on, like, explosive ammo? 16. Okay, that's a lot. How am I on energy cells? 5. That's not bad. This would appear that half of my fighters are dead. That's correct. Probably should have pulled them back on the in-between. Ooh, we're taking a beating this time. What are you doing, Turk? My fighters blew up, so they all jumped out and were like, we're boarding the ship. Jumped off by a carrier or 2 picket ships, yeah. Okay, those are destroyed. Those are destroyed. That's just about destroyed. Focus some guns on him. Focus some here as well, maybe. Sorry, that's on them. Those are on them. Where are the rockets going? So this guy has no shields. I think I'll start rocketing him. I need to get a shuttle. Where are my shuttles? Where are my shuttles? Rex is there. Ronin is under my ship. Okay, Rex, draft. Get over here. Erligan, you have to, like, get off that ship. Yeah, that's correct. That is the correct way to go. You have no weapons. You have some guns. You have a stun gun. Turk has a rifle. Jill's got nothing. Okay, you guys also need to get the hell off of here. In part, because if the ship goes boom, I don't want you on it. Please tell me you can board a ship. You can't. Oh, don't go in there. Don't go in there. I changed my mind. I want you to go down here is what I want you to do. Can we get on this ship? Oh, Jill just got lit up. Oh, okay, she's captured. Oh, man, this ship is not having a good time, man. They have so many people on that fighter ship. Okay, how are we doing here? This ship is almost destroyed. You're blasting rockets at him. They've got a lot of fighters up and running right now. I have 2. Interesting. All right, I'm gonna try to board this because I think they'll either board from outside or they'll just go in and immediately hop. We'll hop. Okay, the frostbite's destroyed. Keep launching missiles down here at this guy. Boy, unless they capture Jill and I find a way to uncapture her, I don't see any way that being saved. Looks like the entire ship just went to capture her, so. You know, they just leave her there. Maybe. We've blown up most of their fighters. We might be able to save her. Someone else is coming out of space there. We have Erligan, we have Turg, who's bleeding, and we have Mills. Turg, it's gonna have to be you, buddy. Did you free her? Free prisoner. I don't know why that wasn't working. This guy's just about dusted here now. What are you doing, dude? Rex, get the hell out of here, man. Okay, like the entire ship is coming in here to say hi to Jill. Ship destroyed. The ash and fire. Oh, you know what that means. It's looking not good for Jill. It's not looking so hot for her. New mission available. Give medical assistance. I'll do that. Mostly because I might get some energy out of it. This is so above and beyond. All right, Turg, you're gonna go for it again. No! He took one shot and he surrendered? RIP, dude. Why are Erligan and Mills coming here? Are they on the ship? I don't know why they didn't just fly back to my ship to start. The man was already hurt. Oh. Jill and Turg. That's tough. We're gonna need more fighters. We're gonna need a lot more fighters. So much rubble in space right now. How are we doing? Our shields are like half charged. Let's pull all our fighters back for a moment. I don't know why Abelard and Flynn are not on battle stations, but... Turk, son of Turk. These guys have steel plates so they can patch their ship up. I mean, outside of the one ship we lost, I would actually say we're doing pretty good.
Mother of all, this can't be. Scanners are showing a Hoog ship. Jesus, are you sure your scanners are working properly? That's our primary target, Swordbreaker. Prepare for contact with the FSS Eternal Vigil. This thing will be able to take punishment like no other. This will be your ultimate test in ship-to-ship combat.
Whoo! Golly, that's a big ship. He's got 4 shield generators, 4 rocket turrets, 6 energy turrets, 10 auto turrets, and 12 point defense turrets. I don't even know what to focus on this thing, man. Let's go for the energy stuff first. We better overcharge shields and turrets right now. Turn off any kind of manufacturing. Damn, dude, I thought our ship was big. Like, we are actually dwarfed by this thing. Six engines as well. We're pretty close in size to this thing, but make him a big hole. I basically, yeah, I was gonna say I have to hope that he shoots the enemy ships, or my ally ships instead of me. Okay, we're off to a good start. Good stuff. The rockets just like dunked most of those energy turrets. Okay, okay. Damn, dudes, the wave of fire that goes across here. It certainly helps that we brought in battleships. Because can you imagine otherwise? It would have been like... Oh, I guess these are the guys we brought in. And you know what? Actually not that big a deal because this guy got destroyed in like the first fight, so... This little baby guy, he's doing damage though, man. And he's tanking quite a lot. We're doing pretty good here. No, like nobody's below half shields. And we have most of their guns offline. That's all of their energy weapons gone. Boom. Start chunking down the auto turrets next.
As God wills it.
Primary target destroyed. Oh, we just did enough damage. All ships establish a perimeter and compile damage reports. Medevac and salvage units, you are clear to enter the field and recover survivors. Pathfinder, good shooting. I wish it had not come to that, but I doubt I would have stood in Kateri's position either. Sigint informs me the Flaming Sword already know their leader's death, and there they go. We're receiving multiple offers of surrender. It seems this operation was a complete success. The only thing left to do is enter Eden's orbit and begin colonization. I believe the honor is yours, Pathfinder. get wrecked. How many people do you think are on this ship? Do we board it and loot it for everything it's got?
What if it's got that cool artifact?
You know what? Robots. Uh-oh, power boosting damage. Where are my robots? I know they exist. I mostly just want to see the internals of this ship. There she is at long last. Short-range survey says she's everything we thought she was. Perfect oxygen-nitrogen mix. Gravity of 9.7 meters per second squared. Chlorophyll, BDNA. Look at those ice caps, those glaciers. She's pristine. Father in heaven, forgive us our trespass in your garden. May we have learned from your failure. I know there's a lot to do and the future's going to be insanely busy, but I almost feel like I can relax for the first time in years. You're all smiling. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Pathfinder, we wouldn't be here without your efforts. I want you to know the names and that of your ship are going to be on the first lesson every child born on this planet ever gets. Thanks to you, the apocalypse is over. I'm releasing you of any formal obligation to the fleet. It's up to you what to do next. Keep exploring the universe. Keep building us. Build a trade station. I'm going to go retire on a beach house. I'm going to go into the mountains. I'm going to stay in space. I'm going to drink a lot of beer. Retire. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you from the bottom of our heart. We made it and the whole human race owes you a debt. The Haven Foundation quest has been completed successfully. Get them, combat robots. No, don't attack the non-combat robots. Attack the guys who are shooting you. Well, you did a terrible job, robots. But you tried your best. Well, I gotta go fly over to Eden, obviously. I don't really care about anyone else here. The flaming quest sword has failed. I wonder what happens if you stick with the flaming sword instead. Literally just blowing the front off their ship over and over again. Yes, that's fine. Oops. Yeah, that's fine. Oh! Exodus fleet status. Reached Eden. We found it. It's breathtaking. The blues of the oceans, the greens of the forest, the whites of the cloud formations. It's like someone took the most brilliant colors and combined them into a captivatingly beautiful painting. Hanging in the void, but shining like a beacon of hope, a second chance for us. As we look at the magnificent planet, we cannot help but feel a sadness come over us. Home is where your heart is, and our fleet has been our home all this time. Our fleet embraced us and protected us from harm as we traveled through the stars. So many memories, so many experiences of hardship and joy. As we found Eden, we're faced with a decision. Do we land on this planet and start anew, or do we stay in our home among the stars? Continue towards the galaxy end. What's the galaxy end? Is there another ending to the game? Now I'm curious. Listen, we saved anyway before we fought, so let's just land, and I'm happy with it. Victory! Our timeline. Whoa. So all the research completed, the mission's done, new crew members dying. 99 derelicts explored. 318 days. We accumulated almost 300,000 credits worth of wealth. Agent Bringer of Death. 28 new crew members. 18 died. So you can really see when we fought pirates, right? Like it's like crew members died and we start going back down. That was a huge spike here. Oh, this must have been the first time that we fought a pirate ship. I bet that's the case. New galaxies, 0. Well, I want to know what that means. I guess as you keep sailing, you can just see more and more stuff. Dudes, what a good game. We lost 18 people? You gotta break a few eggs to make a space omelet. Folks, thank you so much for joining us in our adventures in through Space Haven. This has been the 1.0 release. It's been delightful. I can also tell you there is like another game mode where you play as a station and you mine nearby asteroids and try to make like your station a beacon of like whatever destination you want. You can make it like a mining station, research stations. There's all sorts of options. I've been playing that off stream and it's very fun. It's also very, very good. There's a lot to this game. I think it's really well designed. I think it's very delightful. I think it's gone through like a pretty extended early access, but they've polished it really, really well and added in basically everything I could have wanted. I like the idea that also you can play peacefully and all you need to do is really get a target jammer. You know, you get a target jammer, you can set up some combat robots near your airlock to ensure that anything that comes through just like fights that. I think playing a peaceful run would be really, really curious, really interesting. Just live quietly amongst the stars. But that's gonna have to be saved for another day. This has been our adventures with Space Haven and on our battle cruiser, the what was it, the HMS Turktopus? Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you come back and check out the next series, whatever it might be. Until next time, bye-bye.